Well, good evening, everyone. It's a little rainy today. I'm actually getting back from some errand running around town, and I thought I would just sort of demonstrate kind of the Chevy Volt hold mode use case. So as a Chevy Volt driver, I would like to maximize my energy efficiency between gas and EV modes. So how would we go about doing this? Well, first you have your drive mode button down here. And when you actually press the drive mode button, it's going to bring up normal, which basically either runs on EV or only, or when the EV's out, it'll switch over to the gas engine with 0 miles of range. Then you have sport mode, which actually remaps the electronic throttle or the gas pedal. There's more of a, it gives the feeling that there's more zip to it. I think there's been some misconceptions out there that somehow it channels more power, when in reality you're getting the same power. It's just it's regrading or recalibrating the electronic throttle response, so it takes less effort to make the car go faster. I prefer it, I guess. I wish it would just default to sport mode, and but you have to actually set it to that every time you start the car up. Next was mountain mode. Mountain mode is actually kind of an interesting one. Actually, I just switched on the engine. What will happen is the gas engine will start and it will power the, you can see where the red bar is. It's going to power the gas, basically the gas engine is going to switch to a generator mode to charge the battery to be at least 50% capacity. It does this to help climb hills because either one is insufficient to propel the car forward. So you need to have some battery basically reserved for that, and then also you need to have the gas engine. So it's just, I mean, for real, I've never really used it before since I live in Minnesota, but from my understanding, it's quite useful for ascending a decent or ascending long grade. So think of I-70 in the Eisenhower Tunnel. Next up is hold mode. I think hold mode is not available for me right now because I'm in park. So if I'm essentially driving around town, and you just try cycling through again. Actually, it looks like it is available. There we go. But it pops us back to normal. If I'm on a freeway, steady state freeway cruising speed, I switch it to hold mode. In last July, that's pretty much what I did when I drove to North Dakota and back. As soon as I got on the freeway, switched to hold, let the gas engine take over. Now, my mileage basically, if you look at my evening commute, I did pretty much 25 miles on battery, and that was actually urban street driving, and then 41 miles on using the gas engine. And so it's a little more, like about 0.99, so about 42, 43 miles to the gallon, running in full gas mode, and then 25 miles, or about 6.5 kilowatts, running on EV mode. So this pretty much, I mean, you know, you just pick the best of both worlds. You're more efficient with EV slugging around town, and you're more efficient doing steady state cruising on the highway with the gas engine. So I think that sort of demonstrates exactly what we're talking about with the Volt. And I've got about 16 miles of range left. So, you know, essentially that's about, you know, I mean, yeah, I've been getting about 40, usually depending on the temperature and who's driving the car, you can get the mid-40s out of pure EV mode. OSHA's a little higher, but you know, it seems to be about average for this particular car. So here we go. That's our Volt use case for the evening. A lot of people don't really understand the car as far as, you know, is it a pure EV or is it a hybrid, or is it, you know, what happens when you run out of EV power? You know, can you still drive the car? And I think, you know, they market it as an extended range electric vehicle, but, you know, it essentially is a plug-in hybrid, and you have the choice, you have the options, and it really works out for me and my driving. So anyway, that's all I have. Have a great evening.